There we go. Okay. Prepped, ready, steady, spaghetti, Giretti? Girigi column? I've not listened to that one. Maybe I should. 3, 2, 1. Hello everybody, welcome to the stream. It is the Biendeo stream today on this fine 25th of September 2023. I hope you are having a wonderful week and will have a wonderful week ahead of you. I have had so many things go on that it's hard to keep track of things, but we'll just dive right into this one, or should I say night dive. Ooh. Here we go, here we go. There we go, night dive. Hey, see what I did there? I did a smart, I did a funny. But yeah, no, I hope you'll all, let's adjust the mic. I hope you all are having a great time. We got the weather in the Sydney land is picking up in some degree. We've had an absolutely scorcher of last Monday, and then Tuesday and Wednesday was also crazy hot. But then it went cool again, so I'm loving the cool weather right now. The hot stuff kicked in way too hard. But yeah, more Turok. The game with the dinosaurs. Here we go. So let's load the game and let's just continue on from there. So I believe it was September 18 I last played. But yeah, this is the second of 2 streams of Turok. In the first stream, basically we went through half the game. That's a good half. And in this stream, we're going to continue on by trying to figure out which one of these portals is level 5. Oh, I have the HUD off, don't I? Oh my gosh, I didn't... My brain. What's the HUD command? Oh no. I turned off the HUD. Turok HUD. Oh no. I forgot what's the command to turn off the HUD. Turok 2015 console. This is the worst way to start a stream, is to just go like, I turned off the HUD. Oh, Turok Steam community. Oh my gosh, what was the command? I didn't get back into the game in time. Oh, this is the worst thing ever. I'm very certain I saw it on a Steam guide, so I'm just looking over at the Steam guide to try and figure out console. I'm assuming I want a guide that says console. Cheat menu passwords, how to access the console. Here's the console. Type in the commands. Oh my gosh. Where is the Turok 2015 GUI? Oh, I guess I'm just gonna type help. It's probably in here. G draw HUD. Yeah, that should be a 1. There we go. Sorry, everyone. That was a very awkward start. Just start the stream. And, yeah, I had the HUD turned off because of my, I was trying to take a screenshot of, well, the game without the HUD. And, yeah, it sort of meant that I had no HUD for a moment. But here we are, level 5, the Catacombs. I really enjoy this level because it's a very different change of pace. It starts off with this wonderful just entranceway, and I love how, like, you can clearly tell these steps sort of line up in a bit of a weird way. But as we enter further into the place, we are presented with a shoot gun, and we don't need that kind of shoot gun. We're just aiming forward. But this level snakes all around. There's a lot of pathways all over the place, and it's very easy to get yourself lost. So you're going to see me constantly hitting tab to, you know, open up the map, because yeah, you're going to wander around and you're going to hear lovely amounts of bass. Again, I apologize for how much bass there is. But yeah, lots of catacombs-y stuff. I'm a big fan of catacombs in virtual video games. I love sort of labyrinthian, overwhelming structures in games, and in reality, I'm like, man, I prefer my Disneyland straight to the end kinds of rooms. But in the video game world, nah, it's great to just like get into this room and you just got like people all over the place dancing around, people jumping behind you. I'll go back into the fray of things, and we'll we'll get into there. But yeah, same rules apply. 3 keys, lots of triangles all over the place, which I do not need because, as you can tell, I've got 9 lives. We're all fine. If I die, then I guess I'll need them. But until then, I swear there is music. Just somewhere underneath this audio, there is indeed music. Where are we going? We're going all over the place. Same rules apply. We're looking for wonderful, like, just cuts like this. There'll be a couple all over the place, but yeah, no, this is indeed a little bit of a cut. It then reveals into this room, which has the minigun, which I haven't really used much, but every opportunity is a great opportunity for a minigun. As you exit from here, you'll also notice there's another similar tunnel. And this one's really curious because this actually leads to the Chronoceptor piece, but it's this really bizarre tunnel. So I'll strafe run to try and make it a bit quicker. But you'll see there's like these crossroads and just this looping texture over and over again. But that's what I love about this game. It's so like overwhelming how like repetitive the textures get. I'll grab those on the way back because you sort of have to dig through the same tunnel to get back. Yeah. But yeah, no, how's everyone doing? It's, this is the last September stream, technically, as well, because next week will be October 2nd, the beginning of the spooky season, unless you're like me, in which case you've been to your local supermarket and you've seen Christmas pudding. That's right, they've jumped the gun. There's one of my mates went to a Kmart near him, and they've already got the Christmas tree. Oh yeah, these enemies as well. Also, this is a grenade launcher. When did I pick this up? I don't know, but that guy deserved it. There you go. Look at that, the Chronoceptor piece. It's just chilling down here in this wonderful corner of the map, so then you just sort of go, you know, wander back. It's a bit of a slog, but you'll get there. Was it up here? No, it wasn't. It's this little tiny hallway, and it doesn't even show up on the map because it's supposed to be a secret. It's a secret to everyone. But yeah, no, he went to his Kmart, and right next to all the Halloween decorations was Christmas trees. We are like, Mariah Carey hasn't even come out of a frozen slumber yet. Like, you know, the Ice Queen have not cometh yet. Why are we doing the Christmas trees yet? Yeah. Listen, it's only fair if you can, you know, start selling Easter eggs right now. And constantly selling beer at my local Target for, you know, for St. Patrick's Day, that kind of stuff. Oh, that guy is on me. Back in the echoey folds of whatever is going on here. We've got, look at that, 2 doors, but they both lead to the same room. This room is hilarious because you'll see there's like this stairway that leads up to this higher ledge, and then you got all these enemies like kind of, you know, overwhelming you from a distance. Fortunately, there's some minigun ammo, which is very nice. But note how the pathways are still going, and they're still going. You gotta watch out for everyone who's on a ledge here, which is quite a bunch of people. Quite a bunch of people going on. And then eventually you'll see those doors there. There is no, like, alternative way to get up on this ledge. You have to basically... Apparently he's bleeding out of his neck after I hit him with the laser. But there's no alternative pathway. You've just got to get up here and wing the hole outside. But don't worry, they put fire in the way just to make it a little more obnoxious as well. Which is very hilarious. I love them for that. And then as you're in this room, this is a ladder, I guess. Makes sense, sure. And here we go, save point. Very nice. Very nice. Let's save over that one and continue on. You're going to drop down into this teleporter pit where you'll be in this alternative room. We've got to raise the staircase in the middle by effectively wandering around. Again, super echoey. Wow. You just can't hear anyone anymore. But you just gotta snake around this whole corridor, this whole area, in an attempt to find the buttons that will open it'll raise these this bit. Yeah, so yeah, so as we go about this, I do not know what all these buttons are doing. I think, there we go, that opens up half of it. Let's go back up. You're enjoying the sound? The sounds will disappear after a while because you've gone so far down. Maybe not in this case. Maybe not in this case. It just pops you right back at the top anyway, so continue wandering around. Yeah, no, we got a wonderful topic of money this week. Oh, yeah, I remember there was a secret there as well. Listen, I don't know where too many of the secrets are in this level, but, or really in any of these levels, but I know that that one existed. And you'll find this wonderful room filled with all this extra health, which I just cannot pick up. Oh, maybe I can pick it up then. There's like skulls in the middle. It's a neat room, but again, off the radar, zip tight. You'll never know about it because you literally have to walk through a wall. I don't think there's any tell as well. I think it's just, you have to know. You have to know that just magically, that is a wall you can walk through. What? You don't even get to know on the map. It just happens. But yeah, no, we've got the this topic of money. So last week I had a huge, pretty much the dominating topic of the whole. Yeah, I was thinking, I was like, some guys should be bursting out of there by now, or in this case, two guys. But yeah, we got an update to the Unity thing from last week. Basically, Unity has heard us. The feedback that they were given, they gave something the day after going, "We hear you, and we'll be listening to your feedback and providing an update." Now, when they gave that that tweet saying they will give an update, that didn't confirm anything. So when you see, watch out for that one. When you see a company say we are listening and will provide an update, they haven't done anything yet. They haven't gotten into your good graces yet. So don't give them a free pass just because they say they're listening. It's classic marketing tactic. But yeah, after a while, I think actually, how long ago did they announce this? Might have been like just 2 days ago. It might have been Saturday. They announced that indeed the Unity Runtime Fee is sort of changing. It's sort of completely going away for the actually it is entirely going away for Unity personal developers, which is a big win because a lot of people are on Unity personal. They also announced that the cap that, you know, they sort of require you to be under in order to count for Unity personal has been increased from 100,000 to 200,000 US dollars. I think that's within a 12-month period. I think if it's lifetime, then it's lifetime. Okay, but yeah, again, okay, that's a nice to have. Even though it is technically reversing what was already there when they added Unity Plus as sort of like a you know, paid model. And then they got rid of it, but they didn't change the cap back down. People noticed. I didn't really notice, so. But yeah, people definitely see that. There are a lot of triangles in this bonus area. There's not a lot of like things for me to latch onto, but sure, okay. It sort of just is at the bottom of the staircase as well. Oh, there we go. Oh my gosh, coughing to the mic. Yeah, this whole area snakes around. I keep getting myself all lost. The last thing that they actually did for the Unity personal was your Unity personal now doesn't force a splash screen at the beginning. I assume like the main reason why this whole Unity Runtime Fee even was happening and stuff like that is mostly as a dig towards the love these rotary blades, and you'll find these little like caveats in some of them as well, so you'll find stuff in them. But the main reason why they probably did this was to go after the mobile devs who are making very kind of cheap games. And I mean, yeah, when your game starts off and it has to go made with Unity and then it's like absolute trash, people think Unity is an engine where you make absolute trash. And there are great games on Unity. There's you know, Hollow Knight, there's City Skylines, there's people will say Genshin Impact, sure, okay. You know, there's a lot of games that are good and on the Unity engine. But there's a lot of bad stuff. And when the bad stuff has to say that it's made on the Unity engine, listen, like, I get why they had that requirement at the beginning. Oh, I want the bonus. I want the bonus. There we go. This one's a bit more normal, isn't it? It's like I'm walking on a tightrope. Man, I got something in my throat. Jeez. But yeah, I get why, you know, like, hey, if you're a business guy and you're like, oh, you know, why wouldn't I want people to know about Unity? That's the reason why, is that people will misuse the engine and make your engine seem worse than it really is. So it's good that they're moving back on that as well. Like, it's sort of inconsequential, but it does kind of get in the way. You know, I don't really like, you know, having a splash screen, having longer, you know, more stuff that requires you to wait before you can get into the game. There you go. Get that ultra health and more cheeky triangles I can't pick up. We're gonna go back into... where was I? I think I'm just gonna continue this way. Step on this, and we're now in another corner. But this, I believe, is the last corner I needed to be in. Because that just leads back to, you know, a room I've been to, and we've hit all the buttons, so hooray! Now for a bit of Now for a bit of platforming. Everyone's favorite. So yeah, they've also revised the model for the pro people. Particularly, they have said, and I think this is the biggest one, they will continue to offer a flat 2.5%, you know, fee, you know, like just revenue split. Just for the pro people, by the way, not for the personal people. I don't think they have to pay anything while they're on personal, but, you know, once you earn over a certain amount, you know, you have to, you know, buy the pro license. And that's fine, that's fair. Man, but yeah, for the pro people, and the enterprise people, there's a 2.5% fee. If the runtime fee, which I think is sort of as it stands, and that had the reduced install fee count. But yeah, if the runtime fee costs less than that 2.5%, you can just opt to pay the runtime fee. If the 2.5% is less, you can opt to pay the 2.5%. It's the lesser of the two, and that makes me wonder. So what's the point? Because I swear the 2.5% is probably going to be the lesser of everything. Like, honestly, if they announced, okay, we're going back to the 2.5%, I don't think people would complain about the current situation. I think definitely the announcement of the runtime fee is a major shock to everyone, and I hope people don't forget it happened. Make sure you permanently sear this in your brain, that Unity did indeed try to charge every person 20 cents per install without thinking that wouldn't backfire in any way. It's a tremendous call to make. It's crazy. Oh my goodness. The cough. The cough. I like how this portal just leads you outside as well. It's called the Catacombs, but where's the Catacombs? Also, look at this Stegosaurus! It's not a Stegosaurus because those are spikes instead of plates, but... And then he bleeds. Die, dinosaur. I'm getting attacked by wasps everywhere. Also, I think the raptors now have, like, something on their heads. I would really appreciate not getting attacked from everything now. But they got something on their heads now. Like a horn. I think they deal more damage. I think that's the gist of what they're getting at. Very confusingly, this level is wrapped back to... Oh, snap, what did I get hit by? It's hitting me from down... Oh, that guy. That is a room from earlier in the level, except I didn't quite go that way. But you have to not get distracted and go that way. And instead... that's just for health. I'm not jumping down there. You saw it. I saw it. Confusingly, like... You'd have to, you know... climb up here, and boom, we finally got to one key. 19 minutes into the stream, but I believe the other keys aren't that far off. So there's a platform here which will drain this water, allowing you to walk through here and then through this little tiny tunnel. And there you go. Now swimming down is actually the end of the level, and there is a boss in this level, so naturally one of the keys goes that way. I'm gonna need to keep navigating around because there's lots of little tiny rooms around, and one of the other keys is just there. You can also navigate back into this room from earlier. Actually, I don't think we were in the room I'm currently in right now. But keep navigating around, I'll eventually find my way, and this just links back into there, so let's go back. So yeah, I think that's the Spark Notes. I think that's the gist of everything that had happened with the updated Unity Runtime Fee. So, so the good news is, if you are a Unity developer, there's virtually now like, you've got a better situation than you had before, which is good. If you're a Unity, yeah, no, I think for everyone this is a, sorry, for everyone who's not a Unity developer, this is a better outcome than what you actually started with, which is great. I need to somehow get up there, and I remember you come from somewhere, which that doesn't narrow anything down, but I'm just gonna keep wandering around, and eventually I'll find the pathway. This is just a room, right? This didn't come back around? Okay. And then this leads back into this room. You got this door over here. That's definitely a sign that that's probably in the direction I want to go, but we went this way, didn't we? And I definitely know it's probably before then, so I'm gonna just, you know, divvy back through this tunnel, double check that previous room. Maze-like level design, am I right? I love all this, where are we going for? Where are we going? So we got this high ground. Where do you think this would lead? I don't think these are any, like, mystical doors I've never gone through. So, I'm not feeling this room. I'm not feeling this room. See, the problem is, last week, it had been like 2 days since I played the game. Now it's been 7 days since I played the game, so it's like, oh, okay, where's everything at? Like, my gut feeling was like, it was just a door that was in the starting area. Ah, yeah, this. Real confusing. It's like you gotta go back up the stairs, which looks like it's going towards the room you started in, but it's not, because you're above where you're at. Verticality strikes again. If you keep going this way, you're still not back in, you know, where you started. There's lots of snaking corridors all over the place here. But yeah, for Unity's case, I think we can call it wraps here. Just make sure you don't forget this happened, and we'll be on our way. I think people have probably made the correct, like, character judgment, which is still Unity needs to regain trust. The trust is a value thing that Unity needs to acknowledge. I get chasing money, but you can't do that at the cost of making your product dramatically worse and to some degree unusable by some of your customers. They're really not going to like that. There you go, there's the other key. And you got to beat this guy in order to do it. He glows purple, so that's how you know he means serious business. Oh, where'd he go? Hi there. Can't believe I fell down a pit on the way here. Is this the right way? Yeah, it is the right way. There you go. Now I need some cheeky triangles and a backpack. I still love the grenade launcher. It's so good. It's super overkill, but it's good. I love it. By the way, this is the room that I crossed over before from outside. I think outside was up there. So this level snakes around quite a fair bit, and it's a bit confusing to even follow. Yeah, this guy's really tanking these. Oh, not anymore. They give you a minigun just in case as well. And look at this. This is actually a key to level 8, so... I mean, I guess, again, every key is sort of needed, but, you know, particularly a level 8 key. Let's go up on this upper pathway. So let's now divert attention to, which one was the next one on my list of money? YouTube. YouTube, now this one's a few weeks old. I didn't have the best opportunity to mention it, but now I sort of do. YouTube is sort of making everyone's experience on YouTube worse, and I know they always do that, although they haven't updated the page layout in a while. The channel pages. There used to be a running joke in like the 2010s of like YouTube would always keep updating just the layout of the page. I think they finally cemented on what they wanted in like 2014 or 2015, which is at least fine there. Let's swim down here, by the way, because we're basically done with the level. We can swim out of it. So yeah, for reference, you have to make sure that you drain the water, otherwise this is, as you can clearly see, the drop is a little more fatal. But yeah, YouTube has announced that in an attempt to optimize revenue for creators, they are removing the option for creators. They are just locking creators into one singular monetization method. Now, as you all know, or if you don't know, then now you will know, every single ad I have on, well, oh, there goes the key. That's because it's a boss! This is a cool mantis boss. Unlike the other boss, he doesn't have multiple health bars. You'll see him actively switch to his other phases as that health bar lands in, like, I think it's a quarter, and if it's not a quarter, it's a third. Yeah, okay. See? Phase 2, he starts jumping on the walls. This is also a free opportunity. Free opportunity to hit him. He does take a lot of hits, but, I mean, every boss in this game sort of does. So now he's done all the stuff. Now I'm angry. He jumps on the ceiling. He's an interesting boss, but, he doesn't do too much more than aiming at you, so if you just sort of walk away, you're mostly fine. Also, I have lots of ammo for the minigun now, which is very fun. So good. So yeah, so on YouTube, I always run the ad. Now I'm really angry. I always run as non-obtrusive advertising as possible, and I know I don't get a choice of like who advertises on YouTube, but YouTube used to always give you the ability to pick one, whether you wanted monetization on your videos, and two, whether you wanted pre-roll ads or, you know, whatever ads. I actively, for years now, have been choosing to only show the ads that don't stop the video. So side of the video ads, pop up at the bottom ads, and I think, do they do ads at the end of the video? I think I opt into that, but pre-roll and mid-roll. Pre-roll where you're prevented from viewing the video until the ads play, and mid-roll where suddenly the video in the middle is interrupted by an ad. I've opted out of those because I want people to be watching my content. I don't really... I mean, I know the advertising is there, and if you see something in an ad you like, that's cool. That's, you know, power to you. That was all the keys there. Do I remember where all the keys are in the other levels? Or, sorry, the Chronoceptor pieces and the keys, I guess, while we're at it. Not really. Not really. We'll see what we do. Treetop Village. Oh, I do remember Treetop Village, because it's right near the end, and it's very confusing how, like, you go through so much of the level before you even, like, come across... Look at that, another minigun. We got another level that looks like it's in a jungle, but trust me, it's a little different, eventually. Eventually. The draw distance gets even more harsh as you go through. Still got these dudes, though. Oh. That gazelle just disappeared into the ethos. The music is jamming on this one, though. And they're already gone. Also, these Stegosauruses just immediately come at you with mounted guns. Isn't that fun? Also, excuse me, enemies in my bonus area. It's more common than you think. might as well use the arrows. So yeah. Now, note that I said used to when YouTube gave you the option to play what, you know, certain kinds of ad formats on your video. Because now YouTube, in an attempt to optimize revenue for the creators, I hate the phrasing they're using, because all it means is I get fewer options. YouTube has decided, no, all ads are now enabled. You just choose whether you want to be receiving revenue or not. Now, obviously, doesn't YouTube make, you know, the majority of the money from the ads? Yes. Yes, they do. Does YouTube, you know, sort of run advertising on videos that the creator doesn't choose to run ads on? Yes, yes they do. This is a very obnoxious move by YouTube. So, yeah, if you see any time I mention on a video, oh, I never opted into ads, well, as of after this video, basically, next month, I have no choice. The only choice I still have, which is sort of like this catch-22 YouTube's got themselves in, is that YouTube doesn't want to, you know, be showing advertising on you know, unsuitable videos, let's just say. So if a video has, you know, gratuitous, you know, virtual violence, for example, like let's say that you could dismember people by, you know, stabbing them like that. You know, well, technically it didn't dismember, but you know what I mean. There's other games where you could dismember people. The creator has to, you know, announce that their video does show, you know, that kind of stuff, or if the video is on controversial topics, which I've ticked on a few of my videos before. YouTube then goes, okay, depending on, you know, that kind of rubric of I love this, like, descent, by the way. Like, this magical, like, you know, jumping into the fog. And there's all these enemies who were definitely, you know, but well below me before, but now I'm just jumping to well below them. Also, sharks with laser beams, I missed your comment, Mad, but yes, yes indeed, sharks with laser beams. But, oh, this is just like a fun descent part, and if there's one level I remember the most, it's just this whole level, really. It's great fun. I love it. And look at that, finally! No, that's still fog, by the way, that's not water. Oh my gosh, the cough. A little bit of a blind jump there. Look at this hole, though. That's where you gotta end up. Oh, okay. There you go. Now you're on this high ledge, but you gotta watch out for this fella. Oh, oh. Can we take him out? There we go. Because I'm being... Oh, I thought I was being attacked by those guys, but no. More cave. Everyone likes caves. But yeah, I hate... Okay, so my opinions on this. YouTube, please stop saying to optimize, you know, the revenue your creators get, because it really doesn't. YouTube makes the case that by having this on, you know, creators will earn up to 5% more revenue while only losing 1% of their audience. Now, as someone who doesn't make a lot of money, oh boy, I can turn my, you know, 40 cents monthly into 42 cents monthly. Again, I love these drops. So good fun. It's like, yeah, okay, sure, I can turn my revenue into, like, 2 cents more a month. But losing 1% of my viewership, well, that sort of means way more to me, because... like, you know, that could mean literally like a couple of hours of viewership, and I feel like that is more important than 5 cents. Now, in YouTube's case, they're probably looking at this equation and going, "Oh wow, really? Are we paying 5 cents for? Oh, like, sorry, are we paying someone 2 cents for like? Hold on, what's the maths in my head? I was thinking 2 cents for 2 hours. Like, that doesn't seem worth it for a server cost. Also, hi there, alien who bleeds a lot. He's just chilling. He's vibing. Oh boy, I'm getting the sniffles. I've got the cough. The allergies are kicking in. The spring weather is upon us yet again. Oh boy. I thought there was a goodie in the water here. I know we're not at the key point yet. Also, hi there, portal. Get me to the portal. There we go. Look at this. Oh, we've already got all the cheeky triangles. I lost my life earlier. There you go. Don't need more cheeky triangles. But yeah, like, to me, the view time means way more than the money that I get. If I didn't get any ad revenue money to me, I would keep doing this, because I don't do this for the money. I do this for, you know, the engagement, and I enjoy chatting to people, and I enjoy talking to myself in an empty vacuum. But but like, you know, that's what I enjoy about. Now, obviously, you know, server upkeep, bandwidth, like that kind of stuff does cost money, and I would be perfectly willing to, you know, fund some money, or even, you know, as a viewer, to fund some money to keep server upkeep and bandwidth and that kind of stuff. If I use this much bandwidth, hey, be very direct with me and let me know how much does, you know, a view cost on YouTube. I'd be perfectly fine to shout, you know, like, my piece of it. And I feel like, hey, if YouTube became a sort of paid service or a donation service like Wikipedia does, although Wikipedia makes a lot of investor money. I'm pretty sure they do, and if I not, then please don't sue me for libel or slander, because legit, I just don't know. But I'm very certain they do. They do those. Also, I love this tree. Also, hi there. But you get this massive tree here, and I'm a big fan of, like, heights in video games, like using your vertical space to its fullest potential. And this level is a very fun use of vertical space. One, because you can swim in here. Yeah, and it goes up. And now, without jumping into any other map, well, I think we sort of did already. This is now Treetops, the level, the video game. Because yeah, that's a cliff, and then suddenly, now you must fight on the treetops. So like 10 minutes into this level and it suddenly transforms into a very different aesthetic, which I love. It sort of spirals around, it's very linear, which is sort of a welcome change of pace compared to the last level, which snaked around, even though it was filled with corridors. These corridors are a little harder to track down. Oh, hi there. Doesn't mean you've got nowhere you can run. You can still circle strafe when you need to. You can jump down on this ledge as well. But yeah. Ultimately as well, I think YouTube made the... Hi there, edge of the map. I think YouTube made the argument as well as, like... Also, this weapon just kills people, basically. It uses, like, 5 ammo. And it definitely has a big shock blast, but trust me, it's pretty cool. And tell me off if I don't use it enough, because it's very far down the weapons list. I think what do you gotta hit for this? 0. I hit 0 to access this weapon, and there's still a couple more weapons afterwards. But oh, it's good fun. Sort of like a BFG, to me, at least. Except it's sort of like a railgun, who knows? There you go. I think that's the way to continue, so I'm just going to wander over here for a moment. Well, I'm glad that literally this ledge is just a guy. Very fun. But yeah, YouTube. You know. What can we do? Because I know you're going to say like, oh, what? But, you know, YouTube does offer a way to pay for your viewership with no ads. You just pay for YouTube Premium. I got hit with the death roll. Well, the problem with YouTube Premium is that it costs a lot and has a lot of bonuses that I don't value. Therefore, the value is literally, would I pay $15 a month for ad-free viewing? And I go, no, because I am not very confident that I cost YouTube $15 a month. I know they gotta make profit, okay, but then, even then, it's like 50%. Do I cost YouTube $7.50 a month? I don't know if I do. Maybe I do. I upload a ton, so maybe I am. But, yeah, like, I feel like, well, actually, as a low viewer channel, I probably don't cost them that much in the end. I am probably hogging a lot of hard drive space, though. But, like, yeah, I would be much more happy to pay as I go for, you know, YouTube's usage. But, yeah, at the current moment, it's like, yeah, I don't know how much. Just like the Unity install fee, it's like, legit, what am I actually costing the company? Like, is this a fair deal, or are they just throwing it on me because they're a big company and they can make money? And I love the one-hit kills with the arrows, by the way. I need to keep a few left over, just in case. I swear, they are one-hit kills, except on bosses, but I'm very certain. I hope you're enjoying how long this level gets before you even get to one of the keys as well. What? Excuse me? I didn't even shoot at you. We're still going, by the way. It didn't even hit any, like, map switch. I mean, I know it's probably all draw distance that allows them to rock levels this large, but again, I just love the scale. I love, like, this feeling of, like, you're a tiny little guy running super fast like ants. So good. But oh well, YouTube. So let me now cycle to another thing around money, and I know I'm probably stretching because literally, like, it's a single video game, but I would like to mention Payday 3, which just came out of pay to access the beta time period. I think people for the past week, if you paid for the super duper ultra deluxe version of Payday 3, you've been able to play it. I didn't hear much about it other than, ooh, it's got some quirks. And now that it's out, I'm hearing, ooh, it's still got some quirks, and it's now being released as a proper video game. Payday 3 is the long-awaited sequel of... we've been through this rodeo already, haven't I? Yeah. I don't need to do the bonuses. Oh, got more dudes. Payday 3 is the long-awaited sequel to 2013. Yes, it's been 10 years. 2013's Payday 2. I have made a video on Payday 2. That's how old it is. But Payday 2 I do enjoy, or did enjoy, or sort of enjoy. That's a video that's like sort of aged like, what's the term? It's aged like, what's the term? It's aged like Take On Me, hopefully, where it's like, it clearly is you know, an opinion of its time, but I hope that people still appreciate it for what it was. And not to say Take On Me is a bad song. If anything, I'm hoping that my video is, you know, memorable enough. It's memorable to me because I don't really make videos like that very often, so... which, by the way, status update on the other video I'm making, the NAS build video. I'm still waiting on that hard drive, and I thought it'd be probably better to have it so I could do a final product, a final, like, hey, yeah, this is it, this is how it works kind of moment. I'm pretty certain the keys are backwards on this level. Also, yes, this is level 6, and that is a key for level 7. But I'm very certain you get key number 3 first for some reason. I swear this is a very linear level. There is no way you could get the keys out of order on this one. I am taking a bit of damage though, a bit of heat. Maybe I should, I don't know. I do like this weapon, but I wish I didn't take the flak back. Oh well. But yeah, no, Payday 3 came out, and there are a few things to note. One is Payday 3 is being drenched in overwhelmingly negative reviews on Steam. The main reason why people are not liking it is because it is always online, and I know people have a very visceral reaction to the term always online, because you're either... and there's no wrong way to feel about it. You're either in the camp of always online is terrible and games should never do it, or... the guy's not taking it. Or always online is a nothing burger, who the heck is complaining about always online? I'm sort of in the middle, because there is a time and place for always online, and Payday 3 demonstrates both, you know, too far and not... well, I'm not going to say not far enough, but like they use it in a way that makes sense, but then they continue using it in ways that don't make sense. Because games shouldn't be always online, they should be, like, decently online. They don't even have to be decently online, but you know what I mean? Like there are clear reasons why games are always online, in the sense of, hey, you know, it helps with, you know, progression, allows matchmaking, you know, you can, you know, provide kind of games as a service content updates. And I know also games as a service is another term that people get very up in arms about. And I do think always online and games as a service, you know, they get misused more than the actual, sorry, the actual execution of it, not the term. The term is fairly apt. Yeah, people use that term pretty well. But like, why are games as a service when they don't need to be? Like, why is Overwatch 2 games as a service after I paid money to play Overwatch 2? Yeah, that's a perfectly valid complaint, because I am one of those people who complains about Overwatch 2 a lot. Isn't that a funny thing? I was watching the Level 1 podcast. They don't call it that. They call it Links with Your Friends. Or the Level 1 Tech Show? I don't know. And I'm pretty sure Krista mentioned it's like, you know... or maybe Wendell did, where it's like, isn't it funny how like old versions of software is just like never available? Like, so many people request to just be able to use an older version of the software, and you're never allowed to do it. Yeah, that's a huge problem with games as a service, and one where like I do wish every... also, I love catching it. Is that... yeah, that's the previous part of the level. We didn't get that far. Again, this is all bottomless pit, so I'm being a little careful with my jumps, but only a little. Not too much. But the, yeah, the problem with Payday 3 is, it's always online in contexts where it shouldn't be always online. Particularly, hi, I'm playing the game by myself with bots. So why can I get disconnected? That is a perfectly valid question, especially when in Payday 2 you could play... there was a button that let you play offline with bots. It is a literal regression of a feature available in a previous game, because now you have the potential of getting dropped from a game when your internet connection is unstable. Some people will say, oh, but, you know, just get better internet. Well, one, I do not trust consumer internet to stay online forever. And in always online contexts, it can certainly happen. To that, I will then go, okay, like, can we... also, I like how there's the end of the level, but there's still a fair bit more level to go. I'm pretty sure there's no drop here, but it does wrap around. It's a bit of a curious, like, gap. But no, this keeps going around, and yeah, we still got two of the keys to keep getting as well, so... why is that going straight through his crotch? Oh well. But yeah, you know, like, and the worst part about that is that there's two problems. One, regular people's internets are nowhere near reliable enough to guarantee that they'll be online all the time. Their connections are going to drop out. They're going to probably desire being able to play a game occasionally offline or with no internet. And very importantly as well, when Payday 3 stops its servers, you will not be able to play any of it until they allow you to play it offline. Those master servers are needed and are necessary when they didn't have to be necessary in the past, and probably they shouldn't be necessary. People should be able to matchmake with each other. I believe this is probably in a direct response to people's connections to the host dropping, which would happen quite a lot, and especially online. It's like, yeah, the host is hosting the game, he drops out, whether it's intentional or not. Yeah, that's kind of annoying. He could also kick you from the game. He could have also done that. But, yeah, being always online, is that the solution? No, that's not the solution. That's a band-aid fix, because the problem is, why do players have to be in multiplayer all the time? And why are they so upset when their multiplayer connection service drops? Yeah, in Payday's example, it's because progression is such a key part of the game design, when honestly it shouldn't really be. I guess Payday has always had this as a design choice, where they've always had that online progression. Let's get that slow bow. There we go. Look at all these ledges all around. I think that's just for health though. Back up we go. Back up. Where are we going? I guess that's probably just for a bonus. I don't think there was any key over there. Hello, Stegosaurus with the with the mounted artillery, you know, just cash. Payday 3 also has some other quirks, particularly I think there's some UI quirks all over the place. A lot of people complain about how controller-centric some of the UI is, like pinging people is a bit awkward. There's the occasional chance where you try to ping someone. Oh my gosh. You try to ping something and then you end up hitting the wheel and cussing at... Oh, I got hit by it again. You end up just like cussing at the area next to the the thing you want to ping, as opposed to like actually pinging them. That is a problem, and definitely something that needs to be sorted out, and one where, again, well, not again, but maybe I have mentioned it before. A lot of these devs use these betas to sort of just load test the servers, which, by the way, remember I said people's connections aren't the best? Well, more cases than not, it's actually the servers. The server itself. Try, the mysterious polygon. But the server itself decides to just cut you out. And you can't argue with it. You can't, like, sorry, you can argue. You can argue that this is happening. You can't argue, like, why this is happening, because you cannot, explain it. There's not enough information for a player to know that their connection has been dropped from the server, other than they literally drop from the server and they spot everything is lagging out for the next, like, 10 seconds before it then goes, oh, you dropped. Time to restart the entire level from scratch. Some of these levels take their sweet time, the, Payday 2 length. It's super painful that this happens. I think also some people have a problem with the meta. That'll get addressed. I don't think the problems are that widespread, but ultimately, this is a $60 Australia video game, so it's actually not as expensive as new AAA releases usually should be. But it is... I'm gonna use this term loosely. A problematic release, in the sense of, again, it is 2023, it is current year, and game developers still do not know what a M2X large instance is on AWS. Or do you want a network instance? You want something, like, legit, like... I feel like these servers sort of crumbled, and they had some insane downtime when it first came out as well, by the way. So, the game came out, people couldn't play it, because servers were down. Hey, what's the point in buying a game if you can't play it? Let's get these people. I don't know how you get over to these ledges over here. Oh, you've just got to navigate the tightrope of the platforms next to it, don't you? Oh boy. Oh my my gosh, I'm coughing into the mic every day. I like this darker section here. But again, oh my gosh. Is that a toilet? So if the economy's going into the toilet, I'm gonna be the guy selling toilet paper. Pretty sure that's a Bubs quote. I'm not gonna do a Bubs impression. I can't do a Bubs impression. I'll enjoy. Oh, sorry, Mr. Crypt. Oh my god, I don't have my timestamps on for some reason. I'm sorry. I'm not getting the alerts in the core. Only destroyed had Vietnam flashback, but WTF is this game? This is Turok. We shoot dinosaurs and stuff. We're fighting in the treetops. What's the oh, if you're actually having Vietnam flashbacks as in actual, yeah. They're in the trees. Here we go, key number 2. Also to level 7. I believe this is the final key to get to level 7 because the, well, oh no, sorry. All 3 keys to get to level 7 are in this level. No level 8 keys. And then I love how you just gotta jump off over here. What is this, like, leap of faith they've got going on here? Excuse me. But yeah, I don't want to rip into Payday 3 because ultimately, one, you know, games will fix themselves. If they abandon it forever, it will permanently be known as being in a state. If the game fixes itself, it'll be partially known that it was in the state. Because I never let SimCity 2013 go out of my memory, and neither should you. Know that game developers have failed to create their servers to be acceptable for a game's load for a long time. And in the age of cloud computing, it becomes, you know, no excuse. Also, I like how the final key is just right here. We haven't got the Chronoceptor, by the way, just note that. I'm pretty sure the Chronoceptor is after this. There's not much level left, so that's all fine. I actually want to know how long... Did we find out how long a speedrun of this game was before? Given that you have to run through all these levels, I feel like there's quite a fair bit that, you know, goes on. I also like how, like, now we're at this point where, like, oh, you're just switching between weapons all the time. Like, you've got all these wonderfully, like, powerful weapons. All with different ammo counts as well, and it's just like, yep. We'll just hammer through, we just go there. And then I completely blow up all my health. Let's hop down there. I'm not gonna hop, I'm gonna walk. That was a very accurate hit. I hope you enjoyed that one. Oh my gosh. I think it's because I ate spicy food for dinner. And suddenly now, like, my throat is like, yeah, please recover. Listen, if I lose my voice, hooray, spring has hit me super duper hard. Yeah, I don't have too many other gripes with Payday 3, but just, yeah, you know, launch, whatever. It doesn't exactly have much to do with the money thing. But you know what has much to do with the money thing? We are currently days away from the first not FIFA game. EA Sports Football Club 24 is coming out later this week. And the main thing that I want to mention is this interesting point in time that we're currently at. Because in the days before release, you know, you're pre-ordering the game. You can't play it, well, maybe you can play it now if you pre-order, but like, which in that case, what's the point of a release date? But I'm going to be cynical and say you can't play it on, you know, until later. Also, end of the level. But wait, where's the Chronoceptor piece? Gotta be cheeky. Gotta be super cheeky. Where is it? Yeah, gotta be super cheeky. See this little tiny ledge here? It's just hanging there. Right there. The last thing. If you exit this level and you miss that, oh boy, you gotta go through the whole level again. Well, there we go. That's that level done. Just before the hour mark. Very nice. Now, as you saw there, by the way, the last, or level 7 only has 2 keys to the final level. So, we're only looking for 2. At least it makes it easier to know which one's level 7, because it's the last portal we haven't gotten. Everything's on fire in level 7. Which is good fun. Look at these dudes. doing Kamehamehas on me. I believe both the keys are next to each other, but the Chronoceptor piece I cannot remember off the top of my head. So we'll just wing it. This guy's manning a door. I went on that ledge already, so I'm gonna go in the cave. This is a fairly ordinary looking level. In fact, it's sort of got very similar structure to the first level. But we got some more jumps and verticality. Also, the raptors have one fancy shoe and a gun, because why not? Why not give the raptors a gun? Also, watch out for these plants. They're actual plants. They will lash at you. And these bugs all over the place. That is the real enemy of this game. Bugs. Where's my Mortine I need? Ah, and those things, actually. Those things are the worst. You'll need to navigate this way in order to go through a little warp. It'll lead us back, don't worry. This is an interesting part where there's all these aliens on different ledges, and each one will raise a platform when you kill them. So you just gotta take a lap around here. But yeah, I mentioned EA Sports Football Club because EA Sports Football Club 24 is not out at this very moment. Which means, if you want to play FIFA, you gotta buy the previous FIFA, FIFA 23. Now, that's normal, that usually happens. Except you can't buy the previous FIFA. FIFA 23 has already been delisted from stores, but FIFA 24, its successor, is not out yet. Now, in theory, yes, you can buy FIFA 24, but you can't play FIFA 24, unless you can, because launch dates mean nothing. And you can't buy or play FIFA 23 if you don't own it, which means, like, I mean, I know it's only gonna be for a couple of days, but to me as a, like, consumer, I'm like, hey, EA, I'm physically unable to buy and play FIFA right now. Which means I could make the argument of this is just a clear lost sale. I'm like, man, you know, I guess I'll just buy Pro Evolution Soccer because I can play old versions of that one, or so many other games. Like, EA, you want to upsell me on your new FIFA game, but you failed to side sell me on the existing one that costs you no money to keep getting sales for. What are you doing? Also, big T-Rex, big one. That is an actual Triceratops. Is it a Triceratops? Does he have he does have the third horn. Yeah, it's down below, but that is indeed a Triceratops. Very cool. It's sort of like a mini-boss, these Triceratopses. Who knows? Every ledge has its secret. What? I'm hearing something. It's probably back up here, but what did that do? Oh, check it out. Check it out, 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 check it out. Lots of steps. Wow. But yeah, EA, like, what are these bugs? Oh my gosh. EA, please. Please, EA, like, this is the most baffling thing, because sometimes I'm like, oh, you know, greedy company, they just want your money. This is a case where, like, I flat out cannot be a customer. I physically cannot buy and play FIFA. So, like, what's the idea here, EA? You've just You've missed the sale. I think this just leads forward, yeah, so you could just avoid having to do the jumps, because these are jumps over a pit, and no one likes doing jumps over a pit. But you can sneak up here, which I believe is just for bonuses. Lots of guys all over the place, though. Oh, we should probably go into one of these bonuses as well. How about that? They just give you the grenade launcher, and then just expect you to take out like 4 dudes, because you can't just... except you can just wander back. We'll get him with the old-fashioned, the old faithful. Oops. There you go. So what did that do? I think that just lets you jump up and get the big health. Which is fine by me, except I didn't need it. And I don't need the cheeky triangles because I am not really struggling that hard in this game. Yeah, I'm just gonna avoid Venus flytrap and move on with my life. Oh, except I will take the box of bullets. Or grenades, that was grenades. Okay, sure. So yeah, EA, get that clip of Snoop Dogg saying we're trying to play FIFA and Microsoft, Bill Gates, whatever, fix your servers. Rip these guys, they were waiting for me to walk a bit more forward so they could drop rocks on themselves. These guys mean serious business now, but granted, it is level 7. The raptor with the gun is the most hilarious thing, so... And then, yeah, making sure that you know how you can do... Or you know how to do platforming, because, it's pretty gnarly. I'm curious, I've never actually beaten the Nintendo 64 version of the game, and I'm curious how many differences are with the Night Dive version. I know there's, documented, like, there's naturally just differences because of the higher draw distance they need to, you know, plot out more of the map geometry, just to make sure that the, you know, you're not seeing the edges all the time. I'm pretty certain I don't need to go up any of these, because that's super perilous. I love, again, I just love that, like, where is this in space? These are all just high cliffs all over the place. The Lost Land. Pits everywhere. Everyone likes a good pit. And a good guy who's just chilling up here in a complete dead end. Such a vibe, it's so good. Yeah. Anyway, I think that's all my money topics. Oh, I just want to mention one thing with the $60 as well. Rather curious, and also, it's EA again, but I know, and this is not a sponsored segue or anything, this is just purely observation. But I noticed that EA's publishing the new WRC game, the World Rally Championship game, which is developed by Codemasters. So it's probably, as best a bet, you'll get to Dirt Rally 3. Maybe it won't be quite exact, but it's certainly looking up to be like that, and we'll see how it goes. But interestingly, they have a deep dive video. They're doing multiple deep dive videos, but they've got one right now saying how they've got 200 stages across 12 different locations. I think it was 12. If it was more, then sweet. And then there's 80 different cars across 18 different car classes. And again, I'm like, wow, you know, that's a fair bit of cars, fair bit of tracks. Also, some of the stages will be 30 kilometers long, and given that it's rallying, that's going to be like 20 minutes. That's going to be a bit of a lengthy stage. Those things add up. Look, it's another one of these things. Oh no, sorry, it's the quad rocket launcher. Despite firing 4 rockets, that ammo counter is for 1 shot. It's very fun. Only problem is you don't get rockets a ton. But it's good fun against this guy, right here. He still takes quite a few rockets. Wow. Okay, there we go. We got him. We got him. It's all good. Also, I love it. You're probably looking at the spiral staircase going, oh, what's going on there? I'm pretty sure you can jump off and land on that. But I think the intended method is to follow this trail of triangles here. And spot that there is indeed a cave down here, and more little shop of horrors going on over here. And yeah, still no money yet on the Chronoceptor piece. We'll find it. We'll get there. These guys are absolute pain to fight because they're getting more and more health as the game goes along, and they're just in the way. Yes, reused asset from the treetops level. Also, that Triceratops respawns real soon for some reason. There's 2 games in a row. I remember that happening last time. I was like, where's that guy? Why is that Triceratops back? Let's go into bonus number 2. They really want me to take out enemies, don't they? This one's kind of awkward because the enemies are sort of far away, but then you've still got to shoot them in order to do platforms near you. Oh. Oh, there we go. Good stuff. Very good stuff. Did I leave one alive, or is it still groaning? There we go, I guess. Portal at the end. I missed. I jumped right over it. Oh. Okay. But yeah, I just wanted to mention that because for some odd reason, the WRC game also costs $60 here. Now, it advertises itself as a standard edition, but there is no deluxe edition. They've got a pre-order bonus, but there's no deluxe edition to buy. There's no more expensive model. Very likely, knowing Codemasters, they're probably going to pull the F1 monetization of a battle pass and microtransaction currency in a game that sort of makes 0 sense. F1, it makes little sense. This game, it makes 0 sense. Like, to the point of I forget that there's even monetization in the game, not because it's so transparent, but because it's so, like, irrelevant. It's purely for cosmetics, at least if it's going to be like F1. It'll purely be for cosmetics, and you can, like, decorate your car in, you know, livery, you know, custom liveries, basically. Except, why would you not just use the standard liveries that are cool because they exist and they're on cars that have achieved success? I mean, I guess, you know, some people probably want to, and you know, that's fine if you want to. I don't think there's any, you know, downside of you wanting to trick out your car in the way you want to. But, like, this lava is an insta-kill, but it's, oh, no. Sorry, I'm remembering that Aladdin game I played the week before. This is a very, like, awkward section, so fortunately there's this bit which is, like, just spot that it's a pool of lava, and then just casually you can swim in this one. I don't think there's any particular tell other than just, hey, it's a dead end of lava. What do you think it is? Like, it's a very 90s thing. It's just like, you got no other options, don't you? I like how the fog is just magically in the middle of this water as well. Like, it's a decent swim. You get up here, and I'm very certain... Hey, there you go. There's the Chronosifter piece. Hey, I'm glad I remember that one. But do I remember where the other pieces are? Bit of health. Why not? Can I also be pro and jump down? There we go. Part way up, climbing this. You could go for the armor. You could. It's a bit of a trek, so I'm just gonna pass it. We gotta take out a few of these guys. How about let's get them with the yeah, sure, the laser. Because there's some platforms that are powered by their life, I guess. Don't worry, they put another one in, just to make sure you remember that this mechanic works. I also like how the grenades and the rockets are different ammo, which is a very nice feature. I know that sort of seems natural. But, yeah, there's a lot of games at the time where it's like, grenades and rockets were, like, you know, 2 pieces of a pod for some reason. But yeah, the Codemasters WRC looks to be valuable. Also, hi there, Key. How you doing? There's one more key, and that is one more key in the game, by the way. For reference, the Chronosifter piece in the last level is painfully obvious, so you don't have to second guess that one. I'm very certain the the other key is like very close to that first one. I think it's close. Hate these wasps or dragonflies, just like a dragonfly. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I like how the gun is like partially poking at the bottom of the screen there. It's kind of interesting. Oh, the legendary sandworm. They spit tar and battery acid at you. They're not too strong as well, but they're just here? I'm pretty certain they're only like here. But then they move to this other area where they're a bit bigger. Just casually more sandworm. Do you not get enough sandworm in your diet? Let's see if grenade launcher will do me good. Oh, maybe not when they jump in my face. I think we're good. I think we got it. Defeat all of them and voila! Your steps to ascension and grabbing items that you cannot grab is complete. I'm very certain these sandworms will I guess they didn't respawn. Okay. This was not indeed the ledge I wanted to go up. That was a fun jump, wasn't it? Oh yeah, I remember. It's in this last bit. So suddenly this level moves into industrial metal location. Suddenly now, you're on a bit of a trek. You're fighting these aliens pretty much in this like fortress all of a sudden. And the last level is gonna have a very similar aesthetic to this, but I love how just casually like, oh, we're just moving into a fortress. Now, Turok 2, I absolutely love its structures, and it's got much more distinct level design than perhaps what this game makes it seem like, where they're stitching together bunches of sort of assets next to each other. Ah, yes, I guess I'll wander into this portal only to bugger off and be facing the wrong way, and then have a raptor shoot at me. Very fun. Yeah, this is probably the worst key in the whole game. I actually kind of hate how this key is, especially because, again, all the keys are required, and if all the keys weren't required, certainly the level 8 keys are required, which this is one of them. Also robots, just cash. What you have to realize is you gotta step on this, and that lowers this platform that's well behind you. Required, by the way. More raptors. I'm just gonna start running past a bunch of enemies now, because they start getting into there's way too many enemies to really, like, keep dealing with. Like, your ammo is gonna really tank. But this is the last key. It's just up here. But, like, you just had to know that platform, lowered, and suddenly this is visible. It's like, oh, okay. Yeah, let's drop down. We're back to where we were. Let's start burning through a bit. But yeah, that's every key in the game. With one Chronoceptor piece left, that's incredibly obvious to get, by the way. You got bottomless pits everywhere. This is I'm trying to think of the game that's got, like... Did anyone play, was it The Simpsons Road Rage on the Game Boy Advance? And I love how, like, there's a mission mode in both the console and the GBA version. But on the GBA version in particular, this is 100% like a strafe jump. No way do they expect you to do that jump facing forward. On the GBA version, one of the missions is different. For some odd reason, you are Krusty the Clown. Actually, maybe a couple of the missions are different. But you're Krusty the Clown driving in the circus. And it's like a bunch of the missions, and I think every mission in the console version is just based on a map from, the rest of the game. But on the GBA version, for some odd reason, a couple of these missions take place on exclusive, like, maps that aren't used elsewhere. By the way, I love how this now faces you this way, where you get, basically every late-game weapon that you probably wanted. That would have been the BFG-style weapon, but we got the Shockwave. Unfortunately, the Shockwave uses the same ammo, so... You can charge it up, so it uses, like, 5 ammo, 10 ammo. It sort of cremates enemies. It flat out, they are dead. Unfortunately, oh, I don't know. Is it actually line of sight based? Where it's like the BFG, where it's like, well, the BFG is a little weird in Doom because fun fact, where the BFG hits, it then fires a cone of like vision from you and not the projectile itself, which is a very curious thing. So yeah, if you ever play Doom, it's based on where you're looking when the projectile lands and not where the projectile is actually meant to end up. Very, very quirky, very fun. I got the big health up there, but I sort of don't need it, and the more I spend time up here, the less I need it. Well, I got it. Worth it. I like how there's turrets, by the way. They take forever to defeat. I love these platforms, by the way. Oh. So, yeah, Codemasters WRC, keep an eye out. It's not out for another, like, month and a bit. I am a big sucker for lots of Codemasters games. I've been looking to buy Dirt 5 DLC, and unfortunately, I think I can only buy Dirt 5. Also, these enemies, occasionally, when you defeat them with probably an NG weapon, they just blow up. I think you trigger the detonation sequence, and they have to go with it. Oh my gosh, I am running out of ammo real quick. Which is pretty alright, because this is the end of the level yet again. Here we are, back to the hub. So finally, that is every key except for one last chronoceptor piece. Make sure that you save before you try and stand on the center, because the center is the pit that enters the last level. It goes down, the final confrontation. Which makes it sound like it's a boss level, but it's actually still a full level. Just, I guess, with no keys to look for. So it's sort of make your way to the end of the level. That being said, it's a doozy of a level. It's still got enough going on. It's got, like, all this jazz going on. We got 2 raptors to deal with. So grab that tech armor. Can we keep going around the outside? Yeah, we can. I never really go over here. Maybe I should. They're scooting out. They're scooting out. I want to... This ledge. This tiny ledge. I don't think you can jump back as well. I think you gotta go the long way. But look at that. That is the final fortress-ish. Sort of. Alright, let's get past these T-Rexes, because, yeah. You could also run down this way if you're a bit, you know, chaotic. Chaotic? Psychotic. I don't know, the term I'm going for is. Yeah, I'm sort of gonna kind of blitz through this one, because, yeah, legit, there's, like, enemies all over the place. But we got this lovely, like, spaceship aesthetic going on. Got tunnels and places to go, and suddenly, yeah, it's like, oh my gosh, I'm in like a massive silo or something. It's gone. I can see the. That's just the pillar from outside. That's just that. Oop, hi there. Where are you going? Lots of cave tunnels. To the bonus area. So yeah, this is the last level of the game. I haven't been talking about the game too much, but yeah, I've definitely been enjoying this game a fair bit, and it's actually kind of good fun just to blitz through it. It's a fun, like, casual little game. I love the you know, this like maze-like structure of 1997 levels, where it's like you've only got so much. Also, yes, every platform is falling behind you. You've only got so much data to work with. Even though I think this remaster does add a bit, it's still kind of, you know, nice and interesting, like what you can pull off with the kind of hardware, because 3D games weren't new. This is 1997. We really only had like Doom, which is not really 3D, and Duke Nukem 3D, which is not really 3D, and what was another one? Then you got Quake, which was actually 3D, but Quake had limitations. Quake was bound to incredibly small map sizes. They did a lot of very interesting stuff to make it run super well. Turok, sort of like Quake 2 to some degree, abandoned the idea of hardware acceleration and just kind of went with stuff it. Oh, sorry, it didn't abandon hardware acceleration. It abandoned software versions of the hardware emulation. If you play Tomb Raider is another example where probably you'll play it nowadays with the 3DFX emulation on. But, yeah, there's a software mode for Tomb Raider. There's a software mode for Tomb Raider 2 as well. I don't know if Tomb Raider 3 has a software mode, but, yeah, like the PS1 versions sort of look like the software versions, and that's why Turok is probably not on the PS1. Here's the final bonus section of the game, by the way. It's mostly just a bit more platforming. They're a little less exciting as the game goes on, but again, I still really adore this game for sort of what it is. Not for what its contemporaries were doing, but more just for, like, you know, it is rather arcadey, and it does the job in a fairly iconic way. And I think that's the thing that kind of makes this game stand out. It's not necessarily that it does things well. It's that not a lot of other games did it like Turok. It's also got a great, like, you know, array of weaponry. This is a rather forward-looking roster of a you know, video game apparel. You got your minigun, you got your grenade launcher, you got your rocket launcher, you got your I guess we're back to a knife because I don't have any laser ammo, but it's like we've got 3 like energy weapons. I'm pretty sure that's all the weapons in the game, except for the one last Chronoceptor piece, so that we can finally use the Chronoceptor. Oop. I like how these little like tubs, but they're filled with water, so it's like, oh, okay, sure. I do remember finding the secret that let me get there, but I forgot what it let me through it. Actually, I think I remembered. You gotta basically bounce though. You gotta bolt it here. Okay, let's get serious. Let's get these guys out of the way. I don't think anyone's particularly weak to certain weapons. I think it's purely just what you got on the ready. There we go. But yeah, no, a lot of these enemies will take sort of copious amounts of damage, and I guess that's one thing I don't like about the hard difficulty, is that it's like, okay, the enemies already sort of take a fair bit of, you know, of a beating in this game. Not too much of a beating, but a bit. Doubling their health just isn't going to make this really more fun. Challenging, yes. Fun, I don't know. This is what it is. Also, I love this, like, did I just fire that back at me? Sort of running a bit low on the health. I like this get smart corridor we got going on here. Man, I'm firing a bit soon on that one, aren't I? Go through to the end, and it's a cave, but there's a save and an enemy right there, which is probably clear before the save. Again, the music is great and somewhat iconic as well, and even though this port doesn't exactly add quick saving or other kinds of, you know, modern luxuries, it does indeed have, you know, it feels fine. It's got plenty of save points and, you know, save slots, so you don't have to struggle too much. Maybe you do on hard. And there's a hardcore difficulty on top. Which way do you go? Pretty sure you go right if you want to go for a super secret bonus way, don't you? Nope. Nope. We circle around. We circle around. I like how this guy was like sort of a mini boss the first time he showed up, and now it's like, yeah, no, regular enemy. Just deal with him. I guess my health is pushing over 120, but, you know, once it's below, suddenly these small healths. Watch out, they're putting pits everywhere. So I like how, yeah, if you jumped over that gap, you know, the first pit, you're on top of this room with the 4 bits. Which is very nice, because now we can get a bit of ammo for the elusive fusion cannon, which uses this fancy ammo. But I want to not use that ammo because you want to savor it. One last weapon. Also, yeah, this is a brand new weapon. Just cash. Actually, sorry, no. We'll savor it for a boss. I don't think it... I don't know. I can't remember off the top of my head if it uses the same ammo. It's a rather curious room with these little reverse ledges here. Just run right past them. But this game's got everything. It's got lava, it's got like aliens, it's got dinosaurs, it's got like a bunch of weapons. It's got a fairly decent variety of, you know, like areas that you go to. I think this game is definitely a keeper. So if you've enjoyed looking at it, give it a play. Try and figure out these levels for yourself, and just kind of have, you know, have a bit of a romp, have a bit of a fun time with it, because like, it's not like high art of a game, but it's also like, you know, super fun and enjoyable, and that's really all I can say about it. It's that it's a very curious and very curious and engaging way to handle. These bits aren't optional this time. Is this the other? We've been in this already, haven't we? Yep. Also, I love how you're just in lava in order to go for that. That's 2 lava pits. Huh. I love these massive rooms. I think that's the other thing I love about this game, is that it accomplishes the scale aspect. And I know, again, the draw distance is normally low, but even when it's up, this game is great. This game, oh, except for me clipping into the wall a little bit, whoops. It definitely looks very Nintendo 64. This port doesn't, you know, try to sugarcoat anything about the games. Oh, what? Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. Oh, can I get back up? Oh, okay. I was a bit curious. Do I take another set? Nah, I'll skip it. I'll skip it. Yeah, it doesn't sugarcoat the whole Nintendo 64 appeal of the map design, or the occasional there should be an exit here, but they sort of walled it off because they don't want to show it, or the fact that I can certainly see through the map right here. There's lots of quirks about how this thing all is put together, and yet there's something very fun and endearing about this kind of period of game design. I think it's something that, you know, if you're making, you know, boomer shooter level design, you should heed by how this game works, because it does it fairly well. So that's all I gotta say. Let's kick this game's butt. Why not drop into the alien pit? You know? Oh, they're really taking a sweet time. There we go. Can't believe he was blocking the last ledge. At least they've got air conditioning. Look at that. Very nice. Lots of these enemies all around. Oh, except these guys are not fun. I'm running past them. We're nearly at the end. Nearly. Still, lots of enemies and lots of rooms all over the place. There's something sort of overwhelming about like how lengthy this last level sort of feels, because it does just snake all over the place, and you've really got no idea how long this level even is, because it just feels, because you've got no progress. You have no keys. you don't know how long this level is really going to take. But trust me, just like every other level, it's about half an hour. So, that is a lift, but I think... Yeah, I think the lift is actually where you want to just duck out to, just for a hot second. Down the lift. Woo! There we go. If I miss a room, I apologize because I just do not know how this level is shaped. I don't think the red and the yellow ones are, like, different in terms of health. I think it is purely the weapon that they're holding. That is correct. That just loops around. That doesn't actually go anywhere fancy. Okay, let's save. We've got another save. Everyone likes a good final save. Look at that, a little tiny hole. Hi there. They're not chasing me? Nope. Keep getting thrown off by standing on the side rails. Oh my gosh, it's a little crustacean. My favorite. This whole area, I get turned around so much. I'm just gonna jump past and hopefully these crustaceans don't chase me. Oh, they're chasing me quite decently. Okay. So long, crustaceans. I knew thee well. Oh, I'm really confident this time. Because the assault rifle does not deal damage against these laser guys at all. It's not a great weapon against them, so I like how after all of this game suddenly it's like, yep, you know, losing all your health. There's a fun drop though that gets you out of this whole bit, and then these lasers, just, you know, lasers, actual bottomless pits, good fun. Or they're not bottomless, they've got a bottom, but it's clearly a dead bottom. Finally, some blue health for me to consume. Oh my gosh, these guys are everywhere. You can't exactly do much about them. Other than maybe I should be using more grenade launchers? Nah, because that's going to kill me. Ooh. Hey. There we go. I like this bit where you actually just swim your way up instead of going at it. There you go, you give your one to teach the mechanic, and then you move on. You've learned how to swim up, you're gonna do it now. You're gonna jump all the way, so. Oh, there's a new Steven Wilson album coming out on Friday. The singles are good. I like Steven Wilson, so he sort of doesn't do much wrong in my eyes, but I'm enjoying what he's putting out. I'm hoping that the rest of the album is like that. Also, 4 singles before the album is out. I feel like lots of artists are sort of pressured to do these pre-album singles. Well, they'll end up on the album, but it's like, man, you know, all of them came out like 1 week apart, leading up to now, and then it's like, well, the album's out next week, so... I forgot if going up there is where you need to go, or whether through the tunnel is where you need to go. Let's go through the tunnel first. Hey there, how you doing? He didn't last long. What about this guy? Oh. Is this a... Oh, where does this go? Hang on, this room looks familiar. What an interesting little side cut going on there. This whole game's filled with, like, interesting side cuts. Things that aren't necessarily secrets, but, you know, just there. Good old lasers every time. And then I lose all my health yet again. I don't know why I was anticipating lasers, and for a second I was like, oh no, not again. No, I got an ultra health if you needed the ultra health. I'm apparently fine on health. Oh, because it's the yellow one that's the crazy one. The orange one just heals a lot. Man's greatest enemy. The laser guy at the end of the hallway. Stuff it. Let's just get him with the rockets. Again, it's just this area keeps going on. It's a bit of a doozy. But then again, this is the final confrontation. If you're gonna make one level, you know, put the what's the term? Put the meat in the bun. That's what this level is for. Now we got laser guys scattered around a room with and you got the lasers there. Oh my gosh. You get plenty of rockets, by the way. Never mind. I take back when I said, oh, 4 rockets. That's 4 clicks of the rocket. This is a very Majora's Mask, water temple, Great Bay temple kind of vibe with that, like, swimming around the room there. Oh my gosh, he's coming at me. That's because they've given you some more ammo for that if you want. Again, these drums, oh, there's something wonderful about just like being driven by percussion and then this occasional synth note. I would like the tech armor. Thank you very much. Yoinks. And then it's like, hey, this room looks familiar, and again, snaking around. This game loves doing this so much, but yeah. No, I definitely do enjoy this one. And as for the port itself, my boy Samuel Villarreal, you can do no wrong. You know, this is a tremendously good first effort for a formal remaster, re-release of a game. I think he was leading on this one. Very certain he was. We'll just abandon this room and just keep running on. Yes, this almost looks like the same room, but trust me, there's no alternative exits. This is just a straight to the end. And then they put the most perilous health in the whole game right here. But yeah, like, it runs like a dream. The limitation, I guess, is that it only caps out at 60 frames a second. Perhaps it was an engine limitation before, but it's something that other games of their workers try to not do, although I guess Turok 2 also was made rather quickly and with a 60 FPS limit. Take a look at this guy. He does not die from the bullets. He takes forever. Also, we got 3 rooms on the side. Everyone likes good old 3 rooms on the side. That is death, by the way, so just so you know what death looks like, it is down there. How many times have I died in this? Twice? 1 this week, 1 last week. Oh, what, did he really take his way? You took the lift down. So here we go. Now for some ominous final confrontation scenes. People hanging from the ceilings and bleeding out of their wrists. Ooh. Go through the portal, and that's right, we've got another boss. Are you ready for the final boss? It's a T-Rex. You can't have Turok Dinosaur Hunter without a T-Rex with a laser scope. He breathes fire as well, because all T-Rexes do, don't they? But anyway, yeah, this guy might mean serious business, but you know what else means serious business? This one weapon that I missed, but it still does a butt-ton of explosion. This weapon is the real BFG, right here. Oh, apart from missing him like that. It does a tremendous amount of damage. I don't know if you'll get ammo for it in the middle of the fight. But it certainly helps most of the fight, I'll tell you that. This thing might help me with the last top-offs. Or maybe it won't. We'll just stick with the rockets. Now I'm angry. Oh, don't get caught there. There you go. This guy is real serious business. There we go. Okay, we're out of that ammo, so let's get to the grenades. Old faithful grenades, which seem to do arguably more damage than the rockets. Legit. The grenades are king. The grenade launcher is the secret best weapon of the game. And there we go. Finally. The final boss stunt. That's not the final boss. You know it's not the final boss. Dead. Now, obviously, since you're not exactly going for keys, the game just puts you on this nice little tiny room where you can hear and see the final Chronoceptor piece. There's 3 shots. Make him count. You'll only be able to use this weapon if you have gotten all the pieces, one from every level, including this one. Also, did you need a pistol and a shotgun and an auto shotgun and an assault rifle and a pulse rifle and a minigun and a grenade launcher and every other weapon? Because, yeah, they even give you more ammo for the fusion cannon. You know, 2 more shots, but yeah. Because not everyone has the Chronoceptor. Not everyone has done the good work of getting the Chronoceptor pieces. So, with that, behold, the actual final boss. This guy is more than serious business. He is like, he will teleport, he will just come at you, he's just gonna slap around. You want to basically click this thing, charge it up, and make sure that you can smack it on his head. That didn't really do much. And that really didn't do much because I missed. Well, okay, we got that much damage done. I mean, it does a fair bit of damage. Oh, he seems to be immune to damage, and I've just been wasting all those weapons on him. Oh, this is a bit awkward. Usually, you spam that weapon on him. I think I suck. Oh, we'll just fight this guy the normal way. Or he can kick my butt, one of the two. I believe there's a bad... Is there a bad ending if you let this guy win? Who knows? Yes, the weapon I would love to use, the regular pistol. I mean, I know they gave me a regular pistol there, but this guy doesn't take too much damage. Oh. Okay. Assault rifle, carry me through this. He legit, how do you dodge most of what he's sending though? And then he blows up a bunch. And there we go, that's it. That is Turok Dinosaur Hunter, the 2015 Night Dive port. Nah, one last explosion. Also, like all good heroes... Well, you know, you're Turok, you've done it. You've stopped the guy. There's probably more lore, but the game doesn't tell you about this in the game itself. Obviously, we must ride the lift to freedom while the entire place blows up. He has a throne chair as well. You gotta run through a tunnel with these massive explosions behind you. Don't worry, falling into water means you're completely immune to explosions. You ever play Half-Life 2? Well, Half-Life 1 also does that as well. Remember that one bit in Half-Life 1 where the guy throws a grenade at you and you just dive underwater? And here we are, the credits, where you're riding a Triceratops, because of course you are. These are some relatively slow credits, so this might take a little bit of time to get to, but... yeah, no, this game is great. This game is worth the play. I really do enjoy Turok 2, so I hope... hope my cough disappears. Samuel Villarreal! Woo! I credit him for everything, given that there's one additional programmer. I'm sorry, James. I'm sorry. But yeah, I really do love Turok 2, but I think that this game is also really good and worth the play. It's got its quirks, got its 90s design right here. Samuel Villarreal again. I'm still curious how much more this port has compared to the original version, but let's just say next week's game, I'm a little bit more aware. I'm a little bit more aware, at least. The music is such a vibe in this game, I'll tell you that though. Yeah. But yeah, ultimate moral of the story with the topic of the stream of money is don't make your product worse for people. Just sell a game, please, or sell a service, or sell a website. I guess in YouTube's case they don't make money, so can't exactly. I don't know if we'll ever win with YouTube, but yeah, in the future, if you see videos with more ads on. You know, I can't control it. YouTube is just going to put ads on every video unless YouTube determines that the video has violent content, such as this stream, for example. Then it may not have ads, or it may just have some ads. It says limited, but does that just mean that some advertisers who are more willing to have their game or have the ads shown on more gratuitous content, does that mean they just get more money? Who knows? Yeah, I'm pretty sure these are the OG designers who sort of, you know, they deserve the credit. You can barely see your guy riding the Triceratops in the back though. Programming. It's got the drop shadow and everything. The boss AI, they ran around in circles. This game is decently impressive. I mean, maybe it is the Night Dive version that's sort of clouding my judgment, but no, it's decently impressive for like what it is and what it does for 1997. I'm actually curious how well it looked and ran on 1997 hardware as well. Because that's always a thing. When you play old games, it's like they'll vary in visual quality by quite a fair bit, but like try to like fix it by old hardware and just go, ah yes, this game was just pushing so much like stuff at the time. Like I'm trying to think what's an example of a game. I'll think of it later, but you know what I mean. It's like games that just like, oh, they've got crazy amounts of particles and things like that, and they probably ran really terrible at the time. Crysis is a great example of a newer one, where it's like, yeah, it looks great, but and it didn't run that poorly on people's. It wasn't great. It really wasn't great. That was at the time when you'd accept 20 FPS. Now it's like we don't even accept 30. We sort of are like, nah, it's got to be 60. But yeah, but even then, it's like, yeah, no, Crysis was maintainable under 20. It's just that you could ramp the settings up super high, and then it was absurd how slow it was. That's not unoptimized. Yeah, that's not an unoptimized game. That's just you could just crank the settings up. So I probably had that sort of rant about some games before, and yeah. We're a little bit of in a pause of hardware releases, so I think the only hardware release that we've really got going on is Intel Toast Turok. He doesn't say that much though. He sort of grunts a bunch. But yeah, I think we're sort of what's next on the hardware release schedule. Intel have yet to release 14th gen. I don't know if 14th gen is really going to be like, who cares? It's literally just a refresh gen for the desktop. It might be pretty cool on mobile, because they are using Raptor Lake on mobile, so keep an eye out for that, because the things they introduce there will be downstream to desktop, or upstream, or whichever direction. It will be stream direction to desktop eventually. but we're probably skipping it and going straight to Arrow Lake next year for desktop. But I am curious if maybe weaker chips will have a greater boost in performance than the higher end ones. We'll see. Told you these credits take a fair bit. Jeez. Everyone likes that good old loop going on. So now we're gonna have a claim. We're gonna. Oh, we've now hit the end of the music, and now it's back in. Oh, I'm yelling all right. I feel like out of principle, I stick for the credits just to one, make sure that a game doesn't throw in a fun like, oh wow, you really stuck to the credits, but also just like, you know, these people made the game. I'm gonna credit them. They're immortalized in credits form. Because you'd be amazed how many games people don't show the credits on YouTube, and then it's impossible to know who they credited for the game. Dan the man. Even then, games that... I mean, that's a lot of people, though. It's like 3 different studios, so just mentioning a bunch of people. Now you gotta do Acclaim Comics, because wasn't Turok a comic? It sort of pushed Turok as, like, you know, a big franchise, and it sort of was a relatively big franchise for Acclaim, but I don't think it exactly, it didn't, I don't know. I don't know anything about the comics, so if it did stick around for a long time, then sick. Oh, good old Silicon Graphics as well. Is that all the support they got? Just Nathan here. There we go. A good old special thanks. There's some really nice draw distance on the building in the back, by the way. Like, I know that's like barely visible in the rest of the level, if it even is in the rest of the level, but hey, that's a pretty impressive shot. There we go. Look at that. I hit the end of the credits. Game over. Very nice. Thank you. So with that, I would like to thank you so very, very much for watching. If you stuck around this whole time, feel free to follow so you can see I'm streaming next week. Also, actual daylight savings is kicking in next week. I just want to add. So the stream is an hour earlier, unless you're in Sydney. Well, yeah, no, it's not in 166 hours because it's been a 2-hour stream. It's in 165. Clock goes forward now, which means suddenly, depending on your time zone, yeah, it's an hour early. That's about it. You can follow on Twitch or subscribe on YouTube. If you missed bits of it, you can see the VOD. It'll end up there, you know, within half a day. Yeah, it's spooky month next month. Put your spooky spirits on your wrist. I don't know where you put your spooky spirits. But yeah, no, pull out the spooky avatars, the orange colors all over the place, and have a bit of a wonderful time with the gallows. Or it's Hallows Eve. Which one's Hallows? Which one's Gallows? We'll figure it out. Alright, have a good one, everyone. Peace!